Welcome back to Coding with Nathan. Today we are going to build something incredibly useful, a personal expense tracker and budget app in Python. This is project number 10 in our series, and it's an intermediate level project. It's also one of the most practical apps you can build because it's a real life skill that can help you manage your money better. By the end of this video, you'll have a fully functional expense tracker that saves your data to a CSV file, shows spending summaries, and helps you stay within your budget. All right, here is what we are building. You can add an expense with category, amount, and description, view all your transactions, see your monthly summaries and spending by category, and set a monthly budget and track how you're doing. Everything gets saved automatically, so your data persists between runs. All right, let's add an expense. We're gonna call this food, $20, McDonald's. Let's add another expense, call it rent, call it $1,000. What did I do? Add an expense, rent. I think I put a $sign on it. Description, rent. All right. Budget, expense summary. All right, there we go. All right, let's get building. We're going to start by adding new expenses, viewing transaction history, saving and loading the data using this Excel CSV files, and then do some basic data analysis, total spent by category and remaining budget with a clean menu-based interface. We'll use the built-in CSV module to handle the Excel files. All right, so we got a little bit of a head start here. In our code, we're going to import the CSV. This allows us to handle the Excel files. We're going to import date time. That allows us to use dates and times. And we're going to import the OS, which is allowing us to save files and read files. All right, so then we need to start with our functions. First, we're going to load our expenses from our file if we have any. Okay, so we're going to declare our variable. If OS path exists to our data file, and we are going to open it. Open it to read. It's just setting up our file. This file. Reader. CSV.dict file. Here, do expenses dot append row. All right, read a row, add it to the end of expenses. We handle our accept. If it goes wrong here, we pass. All right, so it's possible our file is corrupted. So we will start over. Then we'll turn expenses. Return either a blank or whatever we read from the file. Next, we'll save the expenses. We have both sides of this done. Expense. This. Really? Try to use their thing. It doesn't let you. All right. I'll get it eventually. Append. Loading equals tf-8. Still does not look right, but encoding line, that should be right. All right. 8. Add file. And writer equals CSV.dict writer. File names equals. Really? File names? Folded field names equals 8 category amount description. All right. If not fix this. Turn out right. There. All right. So if it doesn't exist, we need to write the header. Otherwise, writer.write row. All right. That is it. And next we are going to show our summary. Expenses. Okay, we're going to default our monthly budget to 1,000, but you can set it to whatever your monthly budget is. Okay, code at the end. Okay, so as long as expenses exist. Otherwise, we've got no expenses yet. All right. Turn that path. Spent some expenses amount. All right, for expenses. All right, so we're going to total up all the amounts of the expenses. Minus, okay, so we're going to get the remaining, so we take the monthly budget minus the total spent. And then we do category. Import. Stick. All right. To bring in something we forgot to bring in, but we just need it for this function, so we can just bring it in here. That's this default dictionary. Okay. And expenses expenses. In category. All right. Then we are going to print equals spent really. Total spent. We're going to do some formatting. Gives us 2 decimal points. Okay. Should complete that. Budget. Okay. All right. And message in here. Maybe 0. It's less than 0. Okay. All right. Start spending. and our 50 equals at the bottom. All right. And now, nope, hold on. For our main functions, add expense. All right. And our date. Oh, we added this. So date time dot now. Okay. Time. Okay, and we're gonna give it a format. Story. Food. Entertainment. Etc. Okay, so quoted correctly. We need to strip and title. Then try out equals float input out. Put quotes around stuff. That better. And then handle our accept. And valid amount. Try again. Okay. We need a description. Input Okay. Expense equals date category equal category amount and the description description. All right. Now we've created our new expense record, and now we have to save expense. All right, we will choose a fancy emote here with our Windows period. Okay. Put that in there. That ends that function. View expenses. We're almost done. Expenses. No expenses. Really? Learn how to type. Learn how to type. All right, now expenses reported. Yet, just gotta give you some error messages to let you know what's going on. All right. Line of equal signs. Print. Date. Category. Amount, and this at the end is just forcing it to be a certain length so that everything lines up nice. Of course, the description will not line up. Description. These are just our column headers. And then line out, print the expenses for expenses, print XP, use the date. Edit the same. Category. So okay, let's say we did something wrong here. Okay. So this is supposed to end here. This is supposed to be one of these. All right. Just a little confusion by the autocomplete. And that it's it, and then print. All right, so we'll put an ending line. We are done with that. And now the final function, our main. All right. Okay, let's see if I can find this. All right, really? Just found it. All right, get those to come in. End of line here. And in between this, into your personal expense tracker. All right. Welcome message. monthly budget equals 1,000. Our default monthly budget. And you can change it to yours. All right, our expenses equals, we are going to load expenses. All right. And do this until you tell us to quit. Right. Nope, nope, nope. Quit. Three, main menu. And of course I can't spell. All right, so our main menu. Expenses. And end. All right. All right, so now your choice. Input. 1 to 4. Look this. Go. Choice 1. Add expense. Expenses equals expenses. This will refresh our list. All right. Then we're going to do if choice equals 2. We will view the expenses. And elif choice equals 3. We will show the summary. Expenses, monthly budget. And else. So, handle 4. Using the expense tracker. Goodbye. All right. break. Else print invalid choice. Please try again. All right, that is it for that. Then we need to set this up to run. So name main. Really? Yes, I can type. Main. All right, that should do it. All right, let's see if this runs. Run. Of course not. 38. If name equals main. I don't see that is the problem. See if we, oh. Let's look at line 12. Let's see what we did. What did we do? Load expenses. Data file. If OS path exists, data file. Data file, data file. OS path exist. Ah, okay. I see it. Yes, it's still wrong because, all right. There we go. Let's try running it again. All right, we have fixed it. Let us add an expense. And I don't think I cleared out the file. Oh. What did I do? Okay. Need to select down here. Okay, so if we had food, $12, Burger King, and wow. Yeah, we probably did mean writer. Was that line 33? Writer dot write, not dot row. Writer dot write row. All right, we're back. We'll add our expense. Food, $13, just so we're different. Burger King. All right, there we go. Let us view our expenses. Got the test line in there. We got Burger King. We can show our expenses and summary. 1,034 rent. Oh, because we got rent, food, and so why does that not show up? Okay, so now it's showing up. Apparently. All right, let's see if we can exit. There we go. Okay, there are, of course, lots of things you can improve on this. You can add income tracking, not just expenses. You can create monthly reports with charts. You can add categories with spending limits, and you can even export it as a PDF or Excel file instead of just a CSV file. And that's it. You now have your personal expense tracker and budget app. This is one of the most valuable projects you can build because you actually use it every month to manage your finances. We've learned how to work with CSV files, structure a larger application, and create something practical with Python. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more useful Python projects. And as always, you can get the complete code up on our GitHub, which will be linked in the description and pinned in a comment. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.